Hello everybody, my name is Roisin Liu. I am currently a third year undergrad at Arizona State University. I'm on campus, so I'm in my dorm right now. Um, I am so excited to take this course. I'm not an education major, but I'm an education minor, early childhood education, and I am just so stoked to have the opportunity to take this. My two majors are sustainability and ocean futures, so it's all under the College of Global Futures, and then these are some of the majors that they offer. It's kind of a mix of, marine life, energy, terrestrial life, and how we can kind of positively interact all three of those, which is really cool. And I'm so interested in environmental education, so that's why I'm here. Two majors, sustainability and ocean futures, two minors, early childhood education and psychology. So for this class, we have a social network that we're going to present. So I want to show that I've got one of those really fun Irish names it doesn't follow the regular rules of American or British English, so it's pretty fun. Anyways, this is me in the middle. Currently, I have two jobs, both of which I work for at ASU, and that's why I've got, these two bosses as my strong ties. RJ, Ryan Johnson, he prefers to be called RJ, is my boss. He hired me, and I work with RJ and April, who's my project manager, to create courses in Sustainable Development Goal number 13, which is climate action. So we're kind of cranking those out and figuring out what the best way to present information about the Sustainable Development Goal to people around the nation of different ages for free. And then for Kevin, who's my other boss, he's also from the College of Global Futures. He hired me so I can be kind of like a CA to the residents in the College of Global Futures. We live in a cluster together, so I'm a resource for them. I'm called a residential coordinator, and I'm there in case they have questions about resources regarding the College of Global Futures, sustainability. I'm pretty involved in that, so I'm excited. Let's see. Okay. I've also got Allison, who is a coworker of mine. She is involved in STA, or the Sustainability Teachers Academy at ASU. So I've worked with her before to teach high schoolers about sustainability. I taught a class on, I think it was humpback whales and their impact on nutrient cycling, and just natural carbon cycling throughout the ocean, which is really cool. That was super awesome. But she's not a boss, so I would consider her a stronger one of the weak ties, but she's still a weak tie. Let's see. I volunteered with Give Volunteers a few years ago. I traveled to Thailand and we did some sustainable farm work and taught English to some Thai students and also smaller village students while I was there, and it was very exciting. I am no longer part of the program, but I would like to jump back in after I graduate. But they're a weak tie, but they're still there. Cassidy is a former employer. I used to work for a plant shop. That was a very fun experience. I learned a lot about horticulture. Josh, I worked for Josh Fitzgerald, I apologize, in Delaware. That's where I'm from. And I worked for the Delaware Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control as an intern, and I also it was a lot of cleanup. It was a lot of figuring out what the native plants were in the region, and I also created a new index for, I think it was the year 2022. It hadn't been updated for 10 years. But I'm basically, out of all of these, I'm gathering a lot of experience about how to become a better teacher, how to build courses, and then also apply my newfound knowledge in plants and how to take care of them and how to interact with them with human activity and the way that plants and Mother Nature naturally grow. I think I covered everything here. Julie was one of my first employers. I worked for Safeway in the bakery department, and it was kind of my first job where I got to understand the roles of managers and how to become a better multitasker and handle a lot of different situations differently because they are different. But this was so wonderful, and I can't wait. I'm hoping, let me keep this up here for y'all to see. I'm hoping this summer that I can work at the zoo in Delaware. Maybe I might be able to go abroad and kind of work with some sea turtles. That would be the goal. Very excited, but it's great to meet all of you, and I can't wait to see what your social networks look like. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.